breathes with heat. Dust swirls in the air as a small band of Australopithecus, afarensis, moves between the tall grasses, their dark silhouettes shifting like shadows of the earth itself. 7 of them, females heavy with infants, 2 males with scarred faces, and a youth still learning how to read the wind. Their bones are light, their muscles taut, their eyes ancient and aware. They move not as hunters, but as survivors. Every rustle might be food or death. The matriarch, old and bent yet unbroken, carries a woven cluster of leaves dripping with dew. She tips the droplets into her mouth, sharing with the smallest child who clings to her fur. This is water, precious, gathered at dawn before the sun kills it. Behind her, the dominant male, the broad-shouldered one, tests the air. His nostrils flare, the scent of rot. Something dead nearby. His call rumbles low in his chest, summoning the others to silence. They creep forward. A fallen antelope lies near a patch of acacia, ribs torn open by night scavengers. Hyenas have taken their fill, but scraps remain. Sinew, marrow, a promise of strength. The youth, eager, breaks a rock against another. Flakes scatter. One shard slices his palm. Blood beads bright red. The matriarch grunts approval. The shard is sharp, useful. With trembling hands, the youth scrapes at the carcass, learning the sacred rhythm of survival. Stone and flesh, persistence and hunger. The band eats quickly, their jaws working in silence. Bones crack between teeth. The fat and marrow fill their bellies, their eyes brightening with the taste of power. Then, a sound like thunder. Close and alive, the matriarch freezes, ears twitch. The others crouch. From the brush emerges a shape of nightmares. A saber-toothed cat, massive and slow, muscles rippling under striped fur. It stares at the tribe, tail twitching, lips pulled back in silent hunger. For one heartbeat, everything stops. Then, chaos. Shrieks tear through the air as the tribe scatters. The predator lunges, claws sinking into the earth. The broad-shouldered male shoves a juvenile aside and hurls a stone, striking the cat's flank. It roars, a sound that vibrates the bones of the world. The youth grabs the wounded child and runs, feet pounding through dry grass. The matriarch swings a branch heavy with thorns, a useless but defiant gesture. The cat charges her, jaws wide, but she falls aside into dust and thorn, vanishing like a ghost. The cat's teeth snap air. Confused, it whirls, eyes blazing. The others, desperate, begin to throw stones. 1, 2, then a rain of sharp edges and cries. The predator snarls, wounded pride replacing hunger. Finally, it withdraws, melting back into the savanna's golden waves. The silence that follows is heavy as the earth. Blood stains the matriarch's leg where the thorns tore deep. She limps but lives. The youth presses leaves against the wound, grinding them, cut. The old one exhales, slow, grateful. That night, beneath a baobab tree, they share what remains of the marrow. Fire has not yet been tamed. Warmth comes from closeness. The stars look down, cold, endless, watching. They travel toward the river valley, where figs grow, where hippos grunt in the shallows, and crocodiles wait beneath the green surface. The matriarch leads, guided by memory and scent. They dig with stones, pulling up roots swollen with moisture. The females mash berries between stones, staining their hands crimson. The youth watches ants crawl along a branch toward a hollow filled with sweet larvae. He breaks it open, feasting on the wriggling protein, the taste sharp but nourishing. They are learning. The first diet of humans written not in books, but in blood, bark, and instinct. Yet nature does not pause. The sky darkens without warning. A storm gathers on the horizon, black and heavy, crawling across the plains like a living beast. The wind rises, bending grass flat. The tribe cries out, herding the young toward the cliffs. Rain begins, thick, pounding, relentless. Lightning splits a tree in half with a sound like the sky breaking. Mud floods their path. The ground becomes a trap. One of the females slips. Her infant tumbles from her grasp, sliding toward the swollen ravine. The youth leaps without thought. He claws through the mud, grabs the child's arm, drags it to safety. The current slams against his legs. The matriarch's hand, gnarled, trembling, pulls him up by the hair. They collapse together in the downpour, drenched and shaking, but alive. When the storm passes, the land is changed. The trees glitter under weak sunlight. The air smells of wet earth and new life. They find a hollow in the cliffside, a shallow cave half hidden by vines. Inside, they huddle. The matriarch begins to hum. Not music, but breath and vibration. A sound that soothes. The others mimic her, a low chorus of survival. The youth, exhausted, presses his head to the ground, where fire will one day be born. Their caches washed away, their strength fading. They wander until the scent of decay finds them again. Another carcass, but this one is guarded by strangers. Across the plain stands another band of Australopithecus, larger, stronger. 20 of them, faces painted with ochre, gripping stones and branches. The matriarch's tribe freezes. No language, only recognition. They eat, we starve. The broad-shouldered male steps forward, arms wide, a gesture of peace or defiance. The opposing male answers with a scream that splits the air. The fight is sudden and primal. Stones fly, bodies collide, dust rises. The youth, struck across the head, falls, vision blurring. He sees the matriarch dragged down, her cries swallowed by chaos. The broad-shouldered male grapples with his rival, rolling through thorns, both bleeding, both roaring. Then, a shadow passes overhead. The saber-tooth again, drawn by the tribes, freeze. Instincts older than hate awakening. The predator charges into the melee, scattering both bands. Screams echo as claws slash through flesh. The youth, half-conscious, sees the broad-shouldered male rise with a stone, slamming it against the cat's skull again and again, until the earth shakes with its fall. Silence. Rain begins to fall again, soft this time, washing blood into the soil. The two tribes stare at the corpse, then at each other. The matriarch limps forward, touches the dead beast's fur. She looks to the other leader, eyes weary, and breaks open the carcass with her stone. She offers a piece of meat. The others follow. Enemies become eaters. Eaters become kin. Around the fallen predator, they share flesh and marrow, passing survival from one hand to another. That night, under a sky smeared with stars and smoke, the matriarch hums again. The rhythm of rain, heartbeat, and memory fills the cave. The youth watches the fireflies dance outside, tiny, glowing embers of the future. They are not yet human, but the spark has begun. The savanna stretches endless, golden under dawn. The two tribes sleep together, curled in the same hollow, breath rising in rhythm with the earth. In their bellies lies the meal that saved them. In their hands, the first tools, and in their hearts, the first story ever lived.